Hello, LiveFit Nation. Welcome to another episode of LiveFit Mindset. As always, I'm here with Mike Peralt.
Hello, LiveFit Nation.
I promise you we did not coordinate our outfits, although with the beards it does look like, I don't know, twins or something.
We're a boy band. There's only two of us right now. We're looking for 5 more people.
Okay, so this week we are talking about acknowledgement. Taking some time to acknowledge the progress that you've made, because whether this is day one and you're just starting on this program or just starting on your journey, that's still a step that you've taken, and that's something you should acknowledge. Or whether you've been on this program a year and you have pounds that you've lost and other ways that you can measure your progress, it's just about taking that moment to acknowledge how far you've come, and that's important, right, Mike?
Absolutely. I was just recently out on the East Coast, and I don't have to tell all the East Coasters out there how cold it is, and I was thinking, looking out a window at a snow flurry coming down last week, and I thought I felt a sense of pride on how many LiveFitters we have out on the East Coast that are in inclement weather that basically just have their drive. You get up, they go out. There's no reason other than your drive and your desire to be healthy to get up and do it. It's not like the sun is shining and it's 80 degrees and there's a beach right there, and it's none of that. So what we want to do is really acknowledge and have us all, everybody acknowledge themselves so that we can get more of what it is that we do want. So acknowledge every win that you have is essentially where we're going with it. And
the interesting thing with that is essentially what you did, or we gain that perspective when we step out of our own reality, because it's so easy for us to get caught up in the minutia and in the little details of our own life and our own perspective on things. But just like Mike stepping out of his comfort zone and going somewhere else, you see things from a different perspective. So when you take a moment and just step back and really look at how far you've come, be proud of that, own that, because that's something that we can use as a motivational tool.
Yeah, and it's absolutely essential for you to reassess where you are from where you began, even if it's 1 pound, even if it's 1 pant size, or that you ran today. Because you're going back to the first mindset we talked about of building evidence. You're building evidence that you could do it again. And when you reach those goals and you acknowledge the goals that you have, then you're building evidence that the next goals aren't going to be that hard. And the goals after that are actually going to be a little easier and easier and easier still, to the point where you get to the point where you can do whatever you want because you say you can.
And it's hard for us, I think, sometimes as individuals to see it and to acknowledge it. It's a lot easier to look at someone else and to acknowledge how far they've come. But it's important for us, to really take ownership and not just downplay the fact that we've made progress, but be proud of it, as Mike said.
Yeah, so here's the exercise for you. If you want to own it, then own it. So if you've lost 1 pound, an answer to the world. Write a note to yourself, send out an email, put it on your Facebook. Keep yourself accountable that way. Whatever it takes for you to acknowledge your wins and to keep acknowledging them until you get to where it is that you want to be.
So here's the bottom line message for this week. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing amazing. We're nearing the end of this year. Changes are coming up for LiveFit. We're all reassessing things. And, we've come so far together as individuals. Just take a second to acknowledge that and be proud of that. And, there's only more great things to come from here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. So thank you guys very much for joining us for this week of Mindset. We will be back next week with another topic.
See you next week.